Yes. Hello guys. The rumors are true. I am a part of a little something you may not probably have not. Colorado Drag Royale, that's correct. I'm part of the Colorado Drag Royale. That's 3 words, a million syllables. Colorado Drag Royale. I'd spell it out, but I'm from Mississippi and I'd have a lot of trouble doing that. We sent in our auditions for this competition months ago. And by months ago, I mean back in March. And I figured today, now that promo is out, I would go ahead and do a little get ready with me, answer any questions you guys might have about me, about the competition, about Minerva, what you can expect, what I've been doing, what I've been learning, all these fun and exciting dandy little things about me in this competition. And of course, teaching you how to get that sickening drag mug I had on. Before we get started with that, however, I do want to just go ahead and preface with something super cool and amazing. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Bum ba da na 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 na. I have my own merch line now. Yes! Oh my goodness, I have 3 different designs, t-shirts and stickers, all produced by a really good friend of mine from back home, Gail, Mochillid Art. Anybody who's going to be at tracks during this competition, I want to see you in maybe an I Love Viridian shirt, maybe even one of the promo looks. I think that would be super neat, super cool, super exciting. Go ahead, show some love, get your girl on a t-shirt. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into that video. If you haven't yet subscribed and you're still here, let's go ahead and do it. Let's do your big one. Hit that bell. Maybe even leave a comment. I'm gonna shave this face, we're gonna get back to you, and we're gonna get started on some glamour, mama. Glamour. Alright, so I'm gonna go into some of these questions given to us. Again, as like the intro said, I'm a part of the Colorado Drag Royale, and I'm super excited. I don't know if I said this in the intro. This is my very first ever competition. I've never, ever competed for in a drag competition before. And I know a lot of people are probably like, girl, why? And honestly, I just never felt like I had anything to prove to anybody. Pretentious as that sounds, I just never felt like there was anything to prove with anybody. I just like, you know, when you feel like you're that girl, you are that girl. And I'm competitive, but not in the like way that I need to prove I am that girl. You know, like some people, they compete because they have this like ideology that they need to win. I already feel like a winner in life. My bills are paid. You know, I signed up for this competition strictly for the funsies of it. That's where the competitiveness comes in, because I am an Aries sun, a Sagittarius moon, and a Scorpio rising. So I can't ever just go in there and be like, hee hee, ha ha, hee ha. Because it's like, if I'm going to do something, I want to show my best. I want to be my best. And I want the girls to know that I am the best once I do it. So now that I'm officially doing it, I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I can't wait, because again, it's my first competition, so I'm really excited to see what these girls think of me. When I went in for the promo, we did our walk-ins and stuff like that, and I was just like, you know, they brought up the fact I do social media, and a lot of the girls were like, you do social media? In their fairness, none of the girls here have really truly supported me. Secondly, I've never really promoted myself to the girls here in Denver like that. Because, you know, if you're worldwide, there's no need to be local. Clock that tea. My good friend Kimara asked me, what made you decide to compete? And that's a great question, especially because I was just talking about how I've never competed in something before. I felt like competing because it's something new. I wanted to challenge myself. For a long time, I've started to fall almost like out of love with drag, for the simple fact of I'm an artist. I went to art school. I'm a classically trained oil painter. I did drag first and foremost for the art of it, but there hit a point where I wasn't making my drag. I was just like buying it off of Amazon and like being an Amazon girly, and nothing, I guess, wrong with that. But at the end of the day, I just was not feeling fulfilled with my drag. I did this competition because I wanted to challenge myself into improving that drag. Kimara also asks, how did you come up with your drag name? And for those who can't read, my name is Viridian. That's Viridian. And that is a shade of blue-green. It's a synthetic color, really created during the Impressionist age. You'll see it a lot in, like, say, a Monet painting, maybe even a Degas. I love the color green. It's always been my favorite color. I really enjoy it. So I got the name Viridian because back in Savannah, I had a close friend. We used to, this was like 2021-ish, we had this little friend group and we would do Drag Race viewing parties. It currently was an all-star season. I want to say it was the season Kylie Sonique won. We had like a little roster chart, this, that, the other, but we were just having fun with it. Every week we would have a different costume for the viewing party. So whether it was like vampire, color, celebrity, whatever the theme was, you know, we would all go to Goodwill and try to meet that theme. We have one of our weeks for the Drag Race viewing party. It's color blocking, so we all have to come as a monochromatic color. I dress in greens. I kind of, but it was like very not vivid greens at all. It was very frog and toad like, you know, almost brown green, just because that's what I liked at the time. We're all chilling at this at the third. I think everybody had left at that point, and it was just Jake and I back at his house, and we're just chit-chatting, because at this point I was still really undecided on a drag name. I can't even remember what this conversation was, but Jake looks at me and he goes, "Come on, House of Viridian," and I remember thinking, that's it. That's it. That's my drag name, Viridian. And the rest was history. This is it for all my cream products. Now I'm going to go into this Fenty. This is lavender powder. Again, since a lot of makeup does go super yellow on me, I enjoy a purple powder. It helps neutralize a lot of those yellow tones. So this is probably the most asked question, and that was, who do I think is going to go home first? Should have seen this coming. Queer people are messy, they're dirty, they're nasty, they're no good. So I knew that question was coming. And I've prepared an answer for you. And that answer is, you should really come to the Royale first week at Trax, September 5th. That is a Thursday, to see who's going to be eliminated first. Who knows? Who truly knows? I'm with some really talented girls. You know, I know pretty much all of them for quite some time now. I know some of them are fierce dancers, and I am waiting to be surprised by others of them because I don't know a lot of their talents. They could be hiding something from me. They might as well be Da Vinci and just pretending they don't know how to paint. Which I know everybody's probably like, boo. I know every single person's like, boo, PR answer, tomato, tomato, boo. But like, no shade, divas. Y'all are not about to get me in trouble with this whole cast before the season even starts. Like, I'm trying to have a camaraderie. I'm trying to have a sisterhood. I'm trying to be able to go to Outback Steakhouse and get them gator drinks with them at the end of this competition. Nothing would ruin that more like saying, by the way, I think your drag is not valid. So, it's kind of da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. You should just come and wait and see. So to get started on my eyes, I'm going to use this Danessa Myricks. This is the Color Fix in Primary Blue. Eris from Florida, super diva. She asked me how long it took me to make the costume, and I would say about a month, just because I hella work. Like, I'm always at work, so I'd really only get like 1, maybe 2 days out of the week to work on it. I made everything from scratch. Didn't really know how to sew prior to this. taught myself how to sew for this competition. That bodysuit was the first bodysuit I ever made. Never worked with EVA foam until I made that armor. Or this headpiece here. So just a lot of firsts. It really delayed that process of getting it done. But I'm really thankful for those delays because it really taught me something super invaluable. I have a good friend named Vanity Fair, which you guys will start seeing more of her very shortly. And she was more than willing to teach me how to sew. She went over to my house and we learned how to make a bodysuit. Because I could have just bought things and it could have looked super good. You know, I work a lot, so I make excess money. I could have just hired a designer. You know, for me, where I'm at in drag, to feel fulfilled, I need to make sure I make my things now. Because I just haven't been feeling fulfilled in drag. So the thing is, my eyes are always like the fastest part of my mug. Which is kind of crazy, but hey, if it works, it works. Dolly Boy is asking me who's my favorite drag queen's favorite drag queen. And honestly, the answer is so incredibly simple. It's Delta Work. And I'm gonna go on a tangent on that. If you don't feel very Delta, I don't know if we can be friends. That's just first and foremost. Delta is not only vital to our nation, but is a national treasure. Delta Work is able to get into words something that not even Socrates, not even Plato, not even the most philosophical philosophizers are even able to tangibly express. Whether it's about like a subway artist or just talking about a vase. There's just something so magical and captivating about Delta Work. Delta awakens something in me. Delta Work truly deserves like a Pulitzer's Prize. When is Delta Work gonna have a memoir? Like, I need that. I need that. How very Delta would it be for her to have have a memoir, a detailed story of her life? Now this question is kind of messy and I love it, so I'm going to just say both of them. It's from the same person, Drew. Hi, Drew. Drew is asking, first off, who's judging? And it tickles me because it's like this is the third season. Also asks, is this like All-Stars for Drag Olympics or is this replacing Drag Olympics? And for all of you here who aren't from Denver, I'll kind of explain what they mean. So Drag Olympics, historically, the biggest drag competition in all of Colorado, especially in Denver at least. It is a huge deal to compete in it. It's a huge deal to win it, which shout out to my drag sister Roxanne Stone, who actually just won this season of Drag Olympics. To answer that question, no. So it's not to replace Olympics. Olympics and Drag Royale are two separate things. Drag Olympics, for people who, again, don't live out here, pretty much is like your run-of-the-mill drag competition. Really, the only thing is what it is they're scouting to see who would sell tickets for Drag Nation, which is one of the biggest shows in Denver. It's when they bring Rue Girls, you know, and people come out and they drink, and it's hosted in the biggest drag venue in Colorado, Trax, which is where the Royale will be. Clock that T. It's really a mentorship to get the girls, really to coach them into having a better drag career, this, that, the third. Now, is that what happens? Well, no. Just ask the girls that competed last season and why they didn't get to speak in their reunion. Clock that tea. But what makes Royale different is Royale is a reality competition. It's filmed. It's posted on YouTube. There's confessionals. There's drama. It's kind of like The Race, you know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't want to get a cease and desist. It's basically Denver's Drag Race. Who hosts it is none other than Minerva. Minerva is a drag queen here in Denver. She's, you know, like, basically when a girl reaches the peak, like she has, you know, she hosts her own shows. She's also competed in that competition Olympics that I was just speaking about. She won like 5 challenges and then got eliminated. So, you know, damn. I had interest in doing the Royale for Olympics because at the time of applying for the Royale, I didn't know which you know, because it was auditions for both competitions were at the same time. So I didn't know the Royale would literally be half a year later. I knew I was casted in March. It is now the end of July, almost August. The competition doesn't even start till September. You know, I didn't realize how far it would be until I was actually competing. So I basically put all my eggs in one basket because it seemed just more up my alley, you know? You know, obviously here I am talking to you all in front of a camera. I've been an influencer before this for years. Like, just being in front of the camera is always something that I've recognized as being something that I'm just considerably more comfortable with. Clock that T. So I was like, well, this is a no-brainer for me if, you know, like, hey, social media girl doing a reality show that's going to go on YouTube, sign me up. So I did. Jean of Arc asked me who I think the villain is gonna be. Do y'all just have a day where your makeup isn't working with you? I'm having that today. I know I look gorgeous and I'm looking beautiful, but I want you to know I've been struggling. And I want you to know that beautiful, sexy women have issues and struggles too. And I'm going through it. I'm struggling. I'm a beautiful, sexy woman who's struggling. You understand? I am a beautiful, hot, intelligent, sexy woman who's struggling. Anyway, to answer the question about villains and who I personally think is going to be a villain, but I will say some insider secrets, some insider tea. I'm giving you some insider tea. Everybody's rotted. When we did the promos, we did our walk-in first, you know, introduced ourselves to all the girls. The girls were shredding. The girls were reading. The girls were filthy. The girls were vicious. Out the get-go. I step off that stage after introducing myself, immediate read. We go and take our promo shots, reads. We go do our individual Meet the Queens, reads. Cameras are off, reads. Cameras are on, reads. I've never seen this much literacy since before George Bush left children behind. The girls were reading. The girls were reading. And I was scared. Because I was a beautiful, sexy, intelligent woman who was struggling. So to answer your question, no, I don't know who is going to be the villain for the simple fact it could truly be so many. Also, there's such a cadence with reading that a lot of these girls are mean, but not in a mean way. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like, a girl can be mean, but not mean. She can be vicious and ruthless and cutthroat, but not mean. It all comes down to camaraderie. It all comes down to, you know, the girls are friendly with each other. And so far, we're friendly with each other. So I don't know. So I like this question. Diddly Squat asks how much of my wardrobe for this competition is brand new. And I love this because everything except for maybe a single corset. Like I said previously in this video, I really want to prove myself to myself, not to others. I really want to prove that the artistry in my drag is, there's validity to it, to me. Because, you know, I'm not going to go back and forth with all drag is valid, because, baby, no, it is not. All drag is not valid. All drag is not valid. Let's speak on that. Because I'm hot. All drag is not valid. Some of y'all look busted. Some of y'all are rotted. Some of y'all have evil insides. And your drag isn't valid. But anyway, so I'm trying to make most of my drag, so almost all of it's going to be brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. It's going to be new. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be hot. It's going to be a phenomenon. I don't know if you can see, I've had this Tiffany lamp here. It's probably one of my favorite possessions. When my house burnt down and I could only take what I could fit in my Subaru, this was like of most importance that I took to Colorado with me. It is one of my prized possessions. I love it so much. It's so orange, it's so beautiful, it's so luscious. And you know, they don't make decadent. They don't make sultry type of lighting appliances here because I love a good moody lighting. And this sets the stage. Picture it. This lamp comes on. It's a cool autumn day. You know, you come back inside early in the morning after all the grass is crunching underneath your feet because it's been frozen over by the dew. The leaves are falling. A beautiful gold orange color, a nice hue. The sky is gray, it is cold. For the first time this year, you're able to see your breath, and you come back inside for your morning cup of coffee, maybe your morning hot chocolate if you're not a coffee consumer, and you have this moody, sultry orange lighting, maybe a candle or two lit. It's warm inside your house. You have a few cats that are treating you very well. And you love these cats with all of your being. You love these cats with your heart and your soul. And you sit on a loved love seat that has been worn down from not only you but others throughout time. And you can feel the love within that seat. You sink into it because it's been loved. And it's been used and it's been changed. And you drink your coffee next to this warm, sultry light. And life is good. And life is good. I'm gonna come back in my full look, answer any last little questions that I did not answer during the process, and wish you adieu. To even start to get this look fully on camera for you guys, I'm like sitting very far back, like I can almost touch the wall, because this look is just so much. But you see, for the promo, I created all of this armor here. I'm raw, big, strong. I had these little moments to go here. Let's see, let's slide it on. I had these little moments as well. I just don't think it's needed for the YouTube video. So this is my promo look, everybody. As you guys can see, I was not a princess needing saving, but the princess is saving. It's big, it's bulky, it's drag, I love it. What inspired me to make this? I was really thinking about what, you know, our prompt was like Aurora Borealis, queen of an ice planet. What would you be if you were queen of an ice planet? And I was really thinking about it. I was like, okay, if I were to be a girl, and I am, if I were to be a girl who was ruling an ice planet, what could I expect? And so I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, well, all ice kingdoms are struggling for resources. That's just a Fendi fact. They're always needing something, you know, because it's scarce, it's cold, there's no food. And so I was just like, these girls are gonna come in dresses, these girls are gonna come glamorous. This mug is already the face of Denver. No shade. So I already know I'm femme, so I don't mind really masculinizing up further the body like this, having elaborate armor on. But because I figured it would be smart to go the opposite route. And instead of having huge dresses and being, you know, I'm a queen and fairy, la da da, go full warrior. Go full warrior queen fighting for her survival. I thought that would be smart. I thought that would be cunty. I thought it would be cute. And so that's what I did. And obviously Viridian is a natural redhead to me. I've said this a lot throughout my drag journey. I see Viridian as a redhead, so it was only natural. I also thought it would make for fantastic contrast between all this icy blue and the red hair. It would really contrast, help me stick out. I made this headpiece out of binder plastic dividers, like that transparent stuff, hot glue, some holographic paints, silvers, just because I really wanted this to look icy and frigid. And I did that same method throughout all the armor. You can tell too, in the armor here, it reflects so well. You see there's multiple shades of blue because I wanted to give it that icy look. Texture here on the breastplate. Rhinestone nipples. Kind of cute. Everybody knows I love rhinestoning. Like, look at this. This is all a bunch of rhinestones. It's probably one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's shiny. It's beautiful. I love it. Originally, I was going to put lights inside of it. Originally, I was going to put lights inside of it so it glowed, but I thought I might as well save that for the stage. I made this look top to bottom, and before this, I had never sewn a full garment outside of high school where I tried to sew a few t-shirts. So it was really exciting for me, and it's such a proud moment for me to say I made all of this. And this was all my first go around making armor, things like that, because you know I didn't have the time to remake things or the resources, so I'm really proud of myself for what I accomplished, you know, and hopefully that continues on throughout the season of the competition. If I win, what am I going to use that prize money on? And you guys are going to hate me? Taxes. I'm going to use it on taxes. I'm sadly going to use it on taxes. And I wish I was joking with you, but I'm not. It's going to taxes. Anyway, so what you guys can expect throughout this competition is this. I'm going to have videos detailing how I made my looks. There will also be a video how I made this look coming up soon. I'm going to have get readies with me. I'm going to have podcasts coming up. I plan on being back and better than ever here on this channel. And I have really fun, invigorating ideas. And I can't wait for you guys to see the growth, the journey, the progress I'm going to have throughout this competition. And hopefully by the end of it, you will see me wearing the crown. My name is Viridian. I really want to take the time to thank you. Really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming to this channel. If you made it to the end, being a part of my journey as a content creator, as a drag queen, as an artist. A lot of you guys have been there and rode for me for years, so it's really exciting that you guys get to be now a part of this journey with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'm going to ask that you do so. Come on, please, join the family. Don't you want to look like this? Leave a comment below, and until next time, I'll see ya.